everybody, and welcome to episode 178 of Trials and Trebuchets. I'm your Dungeon Master, Luke, and joining me are my players, whose names are this.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I play the level 9 gnome wizard, Winsler Wallaby, who's currently lying face down in a pool of water.
Yes.
Along with his cuddly little companion cat, Mr. Wiggles.
That's the sound of the cat.
No.
Also drowning.
Howdy, buddies! It's me, Carla, and I play the level 9 Tiefling Roguelike Integrity Idleberry, wrangling friends down into more unknown holes since 955.
You only started doing that this year, eh?
Yes, that hurt my throat.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Mira Marchand, the level 9 half-elf bard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the Seishul Commandments. It's the Seishul Commandments. Number 1, the giants worship the moon. If you're knocked unconscious, better hope for a typhoon. Number 2, if you die, time to start a new cycle. Pray you're not revivified by one of her disciples. Number 3, venture deep into catacombs beneath us. Find a sign of faith divine and hope your journey pleases. This is easy unless you find tattoos. If inky beasts find you, then you're screwed.
Tattoos.
I'm glad that was it. I was about to, cry.
Yeah, I thought you were going to count all the way to 10.
I was like, holy shit.
Hi, I'm Sam, and I play the level 9 human sorcerer, Sarah Cinderman, and I am here once again to hand Sarah their crown.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
long.
You're welcome.
I need it. I have
A
COVID.
thorn.
I have COVID.
You guys can't be mean to me, I have COVID.
I've been doing that at home all week. Anytime I want anything, I'm like, Nathan, can you make me tea? I have COVID.
That's amazing, I love it.
And last time on Trials and Trebuchets, the students parlayed with inky cats, while Mira Marchand, isolated and afar, descended into the catacombs with Great the Giant and Kennel Keeper. After being exiled for their poor word choice, Serenepth, Winsler, and Integrity fled/fell into an icy pool of water, with Winsler Wallaby falling unconscious in said water. Mira, deep in the catacombs, saw her friend's soul appear in a still pool and climbed in to heal, to save him from oh so far away. And that was pretty much it. That was all that happened. That intro kind of builded into a point, and there was no end. But
Winsler just nearly died. No big deal.
Yeah.
That
not
happens
a
every
big
other
deal
Tuesday.
at all.
No, Becky.
That's true.
Winsler Wallaby, you're unconscious.
Yes.
Serenepth Cinderman and Integrity Idleberry, you are in a large chamber. There's water that is moderately high. It is icy cold and very dark. At the far end of this chamber, there is a kind of broken floor that is raised up, almost as if this pool of water was not intended to be here, and it's just a artifact of a crumbling ruin, right? As if the floor gave out and filled with water.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be here. It's not like a
Okay.
special offering pool or anything like that. But at the far end of this room, there is a doorway to exit from your pool room. You also have the floating up safe body of Winsler Wallaby, who just had a hand glowing upon his cheek, and then you heard his breathing kind of come back to normal. You interpret that to mean, that's the meaning of him being stabilized. Both of you can recognize that he is no longer actively dying in this very moment. What do the two of you want to do?
Oh, Winsler, you're okay? I'm going to
Be
slap
slapping
his
him on the cheek.
face.
Yes.
But not very hard. Okay, there's a door over there. I'll put Winsler on my back, okay?
Oh, okay, Serenus doesn't have, dark side or anything like that, so she's,
No.
she's taking Integrity's word for everything.
Absolutely. You hear splashing. You see a slight shimmer, and your cousin so close to you, you can see just her flailing her arms and slapping Winsler very gently on the face. What would you like to carry on?
Okay, I'm gonna hold your arm, and then once we're out of sight from this break in the ceiling, I'm going to cast light on the the end of my trident that's coming up from over my shoulder.
Absolutely. So the two of you walk. Integrity, you pull Windsor's tiny little gnomish body onto so that his arms are grasped around your neck, onto your shoulders and back, carrying him. He's very light, like a heavy backpack. And then Sereneth will grab your arm, and the two of you can make your way towards this doorway. You can climb up out of the water together easily, and as you are no longer in the sight of those overhead air ducts after you walk through this door, Sereneth, you can cast light upon the tines of your fork, shedding what color light upon this environment?
I will be using, I think blue light will make things seem a lot brighter and easier to see everything.
Wonderful. A blue light cascades over everything. Immediately, the two of you notice the walls themselves, tall, let's call them at 35 feet with an arched ceiling. They are shelves, and upon each shelf, you see the large image. Not image is not the right word.
Like carving?
You see the large, no. On the shelves themselves, you see placed in head first and feet sticking out, the wrapped bodies, seemingly of giants. So that their remains are just out here. Immediately to your right, as you exit at what seems to be a T intersection here in the catacombs. To your right, there is a gate which blocks your way forwards. It seems as though past the gate is a slight dead end, although on the left side of that dead end kind of room beyond the gate, there is a open doorway.
Okay.
But nonetheless, there is a gate barring your way. The gate seems to be made of a metal that sheens brightly in this blue light, Sereneth. It seems much newer than everything around. And then opposite of the gate, if you were to turn the other way, as soon as you exit, there's a stairwell leading up into darkness.
Didn't Mira go to, I know she went to see the giants. Maybe she's down here. Maybe they know the way back out.
I mean, I just know that Mira was going to see the giants. I don't know if they're down here.
We've been friendly to the giants. Maybe there's someone that we can talk to. I can't imagine they wouldn't be visiting the catacombs every once in a while, at least.
Hello? Is anyone here?
Integrity,
okay.
you
Do I
call
hear
out.
this?
From where you are? How loud are you yelling?
Think of 80% integrity volume.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
That's loud.
Make a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Okay.
Hey, be quiet over there. I'm trying to sleep.
It comes from one of the wrapped bodies. Oh, God.
First roll, 15 plus something. Second roll, 4 plus something. All right, that's 4 plus 4, 8.
Oof.
Mira, you hear, as you're still knee-deep in this pool, this stilling pool, you hear what sounds like almost like ghoulish yells coming from the hallways around you. Nothing loud, but it's enough that you're not certain if it's just your head playing tricks on you or you are actually hearing scary crypt sounds.
Okay.
Integrity.
So Integrity, you yell out like this, it echoes around, and it up the stairs past this gate, every which way, back across the water, every which way. You hear a couple echoes from up the stairs, and nothing else, really. Maybe a rustling here or there that, Sereneth, you worry, and you look at the shelves where giant bodies are kept, but no one seems to be getting up to say hello, no.
I'm glad about that. Integrity, we shouldn't be yelling like that. What if the ink cats are still listening? We can't put that kind of risk out there.
That's very smart. See, that's why you're here. Okay, we can go through the gate. There's an open door right there. I don't know where that will lead us, but
We have to get through the gate first.
You must get through the gate. As you both contemplate the gate, you see it is locked. As Integrity moves to push it open very quickly. Integrity, it is a locked gate. A quick scan reveals 4 keyholes. Kind of square-shaped and weird.
4 keyholes.
Yeah, imagine that.
And does it just like close up like all the way through from top to bottom?
From top to bottom, toe to tip, every which way forward, towards this dead end is blocked by this metallic gate.
Okay. Well, we have the stairs. They might take
There is
us to,
stairs.
maybe they take us to the surface, maybe they take us to like an upper floor of the catacombs themselves. That might be our best thing. I don't really want to give them a reason to not like us by destroying their stuff. Unless we can't find our way out of here.
I can try and like play around with it. I mean, I'm pretty rusty. I haven't like tried to pick locks in a while, but
Do you need me to hold Winsler for you? And do you need like do you see better with your dark vision than with the light?
I can see perfectly fine. Right?
Yeah. At least with the light allows you to see in the light. It's not like you're a nocturnal creature who can't see when there's light.
Okay.
I'm a bat. I can only see through
I just meant
echolocation.
like well, I mean like if I like hold the light a certain way, would it help you see inside? I haven't really picked a lock before, so I'm just does the lower light help, that sort of thing.
Oh, no. I can do this in my sleep, and I've really honestly like trained to open locks even with carrying heavy baggage. So I think Winsler's fine.
Okay.
on my
Winsler,
back.
your heavy baggage. Can you change your character sheet so that you are level 8 or level 9 heavy baggage, please?
I have here that he weighs 42 pounds.
42 pounds. That's heavy baggage by the sounds of it.
Okay, I guess okay, so in that case, while you do that, I'm gonna try and I don't think I have anything, but I'm gonna try and like check my component. If something wakes him up, like a smelling salt, I don't know. A smelling salt adjacent.
Idleberry, give me a Thieves' Tools check.
Thieves' Tools check.
If I recall,
'Cause
you
I'm
have
proficient.
expertise in it. If I recall properly.
Yes, I do.
Dang. These
Wow.
4 locks? Nothing.
It's like cutting
Fuck
through
yeah.
cheese.
Okay, I rolled a 16.
All
Let me
right.
just add my proficiency and stuff. I'm telling you, I'm rusty in it.
You need to pick more locks.
You need to pick more locks. I put them in
Plus-
your guys' path, and you just walk away from them.
Let's break them.
I have 27.
Jesus.
Oh,
I got
damn.
27.
Spectacular. Take your Idleberry. You begin working on the first lock, and then you hear a click from the second lock, and you immediately deduce that they need to be opened either in a sequence or some sort of thing altogether, maybe, who's to say. And so you leave your tools, some of your tools, in the first lock and move on to working on the second lock. The second lock carries on as if there's no issue again, and then you hear a click from the first lock, and your tools fall out of it. It seems you, at your current skill level, are unable to pick all 4 of these locks simultaneously, but you can at least pick 2 of them.
And does the gate budge in any way, shape, or form, or no?
The gate does not budge
No!
in any way, shape, or form.
Oh my
No.
god.
Okay, how's it
Why'd
going?
you have to ask that?
How's it going?
I'm like shaking the gate.
Oh, okay, integrity.
This is so hard.
Integrity.
I need to practice more.
Okay. Integrity. You can
Yeah?
practice more. I guess later. That's fine. Okay. In that case,
I'm so sorry.
it's okay. There's nothing to be sorry about. I know. Like, I've been with you for a while. Like, I understand it's been a little while. It's all fine. Okay. In that case, because we can't get it open the usual way. I mean, these bars look sort of new, so maybe it wasn't something installed by the Giants. Maybe it's okay if I I guess, looking at the lock, is it like a padlock? Or is it like, it's like into the door?
They're integrated into, all four of these locks are integrated into the gate in some sort of complex way. While Integrity was working on those things, you heard springs and gears and little flutterings of mechanisms from within those thick metal bars that create this gate barring your path. The one which does not seem to want to budge, despite best efforts.
Okay.
I mean, we could just go up the stairs.
There is stairs behind you.
Yeah, we can try going up the stairs and seeing if that takes us to the surface or an upper area. That's all good. And I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder, like, it's okay that you didn't get it. Like, it's 4 locks and a door. That's gonna be a lot really complicated for one person to do. But that's okay. And I like pat her shoulder very awkwardly, trying to be like nice, and then like I'll start like walking us towards the steps.
So do the two of you want to go up the stairs? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. The two of you head up these stairs, slightly too large for the you. What did you want, Integrity Idleberry?
I said 3. There's 3 of us.
Winsler's not going up any stairs, though. He's getting a free ride as heavy baggage. We've gone over this.
Beep, beep.
So the 3 of you head up the stairs. Winsler, you are carried on unconsciously on the back of Integrity Idleberry. At the top, after walking for 20 seconds, not a very long time, you see in front of you collapsed stone barring your path forwards.
Oh.
And to your right, a small black door. It is probably 3 feet tall. Like one of those doors you would find in an attic somewhere that goes into a crawl space.
That's my door. It was made for me.
I don't want to think about that, please. Not here. Okay, so that's not really an option. Do you want, I guess we try the door?
I mean, that's the only way out, maybe?
Maybe.
I'm gonna go over, I guess, and inspect the door. Like, is there anything keeping it closed?
It's a heavy iron door, solid on its hinges, of which there are 3. It seems to have a very well-made, substantial weight to it, kind of doorknob, but it is not locked by any means, no.
Okay. I'm going to, I guess, open the door and try and crawl through.
Spectacular. You open this door, Serenip the Cinderman. It pulls forwards easily, the weight helping you move itself. It goes, creaking loudly. Mira, you far, far below, hear a very faint wail of some unknown creature above you.
Ghost.
And inside, you see a simple room, Serenip and Integrity, and not Winsler. It is probably 6 foot by 6 foot by 3 foot, 3 foot being the height. There is a desk shoved against the right wall, and a kind of like, not a coat rack, but like a hook, like a key hook, where you see one golden key, a black handkerchief, and on the desk there's like a little black book.
Okay.
The two of you could crawl into here, and it would be a very tight, fun fit, especially with Winsler.
This place is exactly half of my height. Okay. Maybe that's the key to open the door downstairs.
Yeah, like, go take it.
Oh.
Integrity, you do not enter across the precipice of this room, and instead point at the key dangling there. Yeah.
Okay, I imagine how she's moving through the room is like knees on the ground, like using hands and like pulling self across the floor without really like the feet are on the ground currently.
Okay.
And she's going to reach in and grab the key, and also while I'm in there, I just is there anything to really tell me whose room this is? Because I think I know who it is, but
is there anything to tell you? The two things immediately obvious are a black handkerchief hanging next to that key that you snatched, and then a little black book on the desk. There's drawers in the desk that you'd probably you could rifle through if you wanted to. The world is your guys' oyster, Just tell me what you want.
I don't...
This is such a cute room.
Yeah, it's very comfortable, I'm sure. Okay, I got the key, and I'm gonna pass it
Absolutely
back over.
Back to Integrity.
And
it's a little golden key. It is weird and square. Integrity, you think this would fit satisfactorily into one of those gate locks.
And I guess I kind of want to see what's in the book.
You want to look at the book?
Yeah.
The book?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm worried now.
It swallows you alive.
Crawl over
Shit.
to the book.
it's the first detention arc again.
Yeah. You crawl over to the book on this desk. You flip it open, and it is blank. Every single page. They're numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up to 300, but every single page is blank.
Is it
invisible ink. Invisible ink.
I was about
invisible
to say
ink.
I was about to say, is it like a day planner that someone bought but then never used? Because I've done that before. It's me.
Those are the only two viable options.
That might
Hold
be
it over
something.
a fire. Invisible ink.
That might be something useful. I'm going to. This is so out of character for me. But I'm curious. I'm gonna pick it up and...
Yes. It's weighty. Made of quality paper.
Okay.
A heavy paper.
I'm going to slowly move back out of the room.
You do such. You scooch backwards. Integrity makes room for you outside, holding Winsler and holding this key, and you can exit from this room.
So, I found this in there as well. Maybe it has information? I don't know. Maybe for everything down there? It's blank. It has to have something in it, right?
Maybe. Or maybe they just haven't written in it.
Should I put it back? Oh no, oh no, what am I doing? I just took someone's book from their room. What?
I can keep it if you don't want it.
What if it has what if it has information in it? That might be... Okay. We're taking the book with us. We got the key. We have Winsler.
You have one key. I don't know why you guys think you've solved anything. You have one key.
A singular key.
Maybe the book leads to the other keys? Maybe there's riddles inside of it or something like that.
Hello, welcome to the worst episode of Trials Trebuchets. It's all puzzles, all riddles, all day.
Oh, God.
Me and Ben are just like those two guys in the Muppets who hang out at the top and comment on the other two trying to solve it.
Yes.
Hey, you've only got one key.
You missed a spot. That's not how they sound.
What do the two of you want to do right now? Is there any immediate action that is going to take place?
I don't have any thoughts.
Okay. Integrity Idleberry, level 9 Tiefling Rogueluck. Carrier of heavy luggage, picker of locks, holder of keys. Haver of plans, perhaps? Yeah.
Can I take a gander in there?
Oh, you can take a gander. Yeah,
gander.
absolutely. Just crawl on in there. You want to leave Winsler out here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll probably prop him up in the corner of right by the broken.
There's a nice
rocks.
piece of rubble. It looks like almost chair
Yeah.
size. You just deposit him gingerly upon it.
Just
He
like home.
leans- He leans heavily on the wall and sits there in the corner calmly and quietly. Integrity, you can crawl on through this door and take a gander. What are you gandering? What do you want? What's your intent here?
I was just wondering if there would be any other maybe they hid another key under the table or in a
Interesting.
drawer or
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a peek.
You're going to take a peek in those drawers around the desk?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an
Because I know that
investigation.
we need
You need at least 2 keys to proceed.
Yeah,
You can
I
take
know
care
that
of
we
2,
need
no
2 more.
problem. And you have 1, but you need 1 more at the least.
Yes. So I'm gonna look around. and investigate.
Perfect. Give me investigation check in that case.
So that is a investigation 21.
Oh,
Nice.
fascinating.
17
Ye-
plus 4.
The things that you notice quickly and briefly, looking around the room. The desk is weirdly placed, just generally. It seems that the drawer is unlocked, and you remove it or open it. You don't remove it. You don't rip this door or drawer out. You open it and find blue chalk within. The same blue chalk that you'd seen marking up the air duct earlier, before you all had fallen, that had that ominous message. But you see blue chalk, and then, as I had previously said, you do take note that the desk itself is placed a bit strangely. What at first sight might have seemed as though it was placed directly up against these 2 walls, so it was like pushed into the corner almost. You notice that it is probably a 4-inch or so buffer from both of those walls that it probably would have been touching. And then, again, there's a black handkerchief hanging from a hook. But other than that, that's about all she wrote. Oh, and there's, like, steep scratches on the stone here, as if, like, something got dragged through this room.
Oh.
Ooh.
So you said that the desk is weirdly placed, like it's trying to hide something?
Not as if it's trying to hide something, just like as if you painted the wall and you didn't want, like, your furniture to touch the wall.
Can I
Like,
push
almost like
the
that.
walls around?
Which wall do you
Like-
want to push?
Right,
Right, left, or center, I guess.
left, or center? Like the one close to the
The one behind the desk?
yes.
Perfect.
Like the one that it's trying to block, I guess, is
Yeah,
like what
yeah.
I'm thinking in my head.
You push this wall, and in doing so, feel your hands fade through it quickly and easily. A small puff of mist flashes in your vision as you fall forwards through a illusory wall. Integrity Idleberry.
Ooh.
I fall forwards, like
you fall
I fall.
forwards through it. And Serenup, you see your cousin investigate the room. She pulls out an eyeglass, is really taking note of everything. And then you see her lean on a wall and fall through it.
Is this the first
entirely.
illusory wall we've encountered?
I think it might be, yes.
Yo.
You missed the rest, Ben.
Are you okay?
Ah!
Integrity falls through and yells. Integrity Idleberry, you find yourself in a expanded room. The ceiling you see is not 3 feet tall. It is probably closer to 8 feet. You can see through that wall that you just fallen through back into that, let's call it the foyer with the desk. You
Yeah.
now stand in a strangely shaped room. In front of you, where you've just fallen, there seems to be a little, very quietly bubbling, almost fishbowl that has
What the fuck?
It's on a table. There's like a fishbowl setup. It looks like some sort of alchemical setup, but there's a fishbowl that seems to be boiling and bubbling. There's a small spout on it, and it seems to be very slowly dripping into a flask. There seems to be 6 or 7 flasks here, 6 that are filled with red liquid, 1 that is being filled, and then a whole bunch that aren't filled, right? It seems like it's a little mechanical apparatus that is filling flasks with some sort of red liquid. Integrity Idleberry.
Ketchup.
But
Integrity.
there's also other aspects of this room that we can go into in a moment. This is just the first thing that you immediately notice. There's some more stuff around the
Yeah.
corner that you can peek and take notice of. You see a big table with a sheet over it and some junk underneath the sheet. And then you see a wooden crate sit dead center in the room that seems to have a lot of shadows around it.
Shadows.
Yeah. It seems like it's making the room darker than it ought to be.
I would like to poke through the illusion door.
The illusory
Or
wall,
wall.
you poke your head through it, and Serenup,
Yeah,
you see
it
your
will
Yeah.
just be
cousin.
Integrity's face.
You see her face pop through, nothing else, no body. She
Serenap
might be a
screeches
ghost.
a
She might
bit.
become one with the wall.
Like,
Absolutely.
but
Serenap,
yeah.
grab Winsler, come in here. there's like something much, much bigger in here. It's like a magic door.
Okay.
It's a magic wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You can pass through. It doesn't hurt.
Okay. I go over and I pick up Winsler.
Absolutely.
And I crawl back through.
You do so.
Where's the? So what are you
do
talking?
so
Oh,
very
wow.
easily. Yeah, and then you crawl on
Oh.
through. You see the same sights. This little alchemical station, a big table with some junk under a sheet, and then a box with shadows around it.
Oh. Okay. I look at the book in my hand, the blank one, and
Absolutely.
I say, okay, so clearly there's a lot happening in here.
Mhm. The book replies and says yes. No,
Oh,
that was
God.
just a joke.
I would throw it into the fishbowl. Oh God. I'm going to look over to my cousin.
Mhm.
Okay, did you find any other keys or is this what is that? And I point to the box.
Yeah, there's a box, mini shadows. It's almost like have you guys ever seen like the smoke that comes off of like dry ice
Mm.
that just falls to the ground?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I like that
very-
effect.
It's very reminiscent of that. Like
Okay.
you don't see any cracks from afar. The box seems to be very well made and put together. It's not like a crate. It looks like a very nicely made like box that you would store like jewelry in, like oversized
Ooh.
but the same like kind of ornate quality to it.
Okay.
But you don't see any cracks in the wood or anything like that. But nonetheless, shadow seems to be leaking out like smoke from it.
Mm.
I'm going to move closer to it, and with the end of my
Mhm,
my trident having light on it,
mhm.
I'm gonna like I guess bring the end closer to try and like see through the shadow.
As you approach Serenapth, and particularly as you push light at the end of a fork at this shadow, it seems to almost become more and more opaque the closer the light gets. Like it gets darker and darker until it almost looks like a little mound of pitch black, perfectly opaque smoke just in the center of this room.
It looks like they do
Okay.
rituals here.
It does look quite ritualistic in its
Yeah.
current state. There's potions or alchemy equipment. There's this shadow box, and then a weird table.
Are any of like the potions here, perchance, potentially, based on Integrity's knowledge, able to make someone alive?
Make
I mean,
someone
he's
alive.
not dead. He's just asleep.
Yes,
Or
there
heal
are Frankenstein potions. Yes.
Healing salves.
Give me an
More like healing.
Arcana check, please.
Could I also hop in on that as
Yeah,
well?
absolutely. You can also make that, Serenapth.
Sweet.
The more, the merrier.
I got 11. Oh, let me do the
Oh my God.
15.
15.
That is a 22.
22. Both of you approach, meander over to the alchemy setup. This fishbowl-looking spherical glass vessel. Within is a red liquid. It's bubbling. As the two of you watch for just a second or two or three or four, you see the very quick glimpse of something that looks like it's swimming around in there. Integrity, you watch for a couple more seconds to just make sure your eyes aren't playing tricks on you, unable to deduce the exact properties of this potion other than the fact that it might. This is not a salve. You can guarantee that. This is something that is meant to be drank. Serenapth, you can walk over. There are 6 of them that are fully filled in these tall glass flasks. You can open the lid of one of them and sniff heavily and smell a raspberry scent, indicating that this is likely something for healing.
Okay, so good news. It smells like a healing potion. Let's give it a try. And I kind of like give this awkward like shrug to my cousin. Like, I would also enjoy your input on this.
Integrity, you watch for a few moments more, and you see something else. Another one of these things that seems to be swimming in the, let's call it a fishbowl, swim by. It almost looks like a little heart-shaped fish, and then it swims back into the middle, and it's murky.
Oh, that's so cool. What?
It's It's a love disc.
It's a love disc.
It's a love disc.
Oh, shit.
Okay. I wouldn't give anything to a friend that I wouldn't try myself. So I'm going to take a sip to see if I don't die first.
Okay.
Okay.
By law of Dungeons and Dragons, there's no sipping potions. You must drink or not drink.
I mean,
the
there's a
potion.
couple of them over there, so I mean, if you want to
Chug or
test
no
this
chug?
out, I guess.
There's 6 total.
Go for
you need
it.
to drink all of it or nothing, or else the effect will not happen.
Okay, then now that we know that they're all the same,
Yes.
I'm going to first drink this one and see if it won't hurt my friend further.
Perfect. You Integrity,
Self-sacrifice is the way.
sniff this raspberry smelling potion. It's still warm and nice, and you down it in one go. Please regain 8d4 hit points. 8d4 plus 4
Oh,
hit
wow.
Ooh, that's a big
points.
ol'
It's a big heal.
big heal.
Damn.
That must be some
we
delicious
might-
strawberry soda.
We might call these superior healing potions.
Oh, damn. And there's
I
like,
hope nobody was
5
planning
of
on
them
using
left.
these.
well, whoops. Well, we're using
There's
them
5
now.
remaining.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
You feel
Okay.
warm in your tummy. It spreads to your extremities.
The-
You feel like
The
your-
bleeding stops
It's like
a little bit.
the bleeding stops. You feel like your mom just tucked you in at night, like warm and
Oh.
cozy.
Aw.
Oh, I think you should give it to Winsler. I think it's going to help him out a lot.
Okay, I'm going to.
It feels so nice.
Integrity drinks it first while
As she-
Winsler's on the cold, hard ground.
You're not. I didn't put you on the cold hard ground.
Just limp like a little corpse in the corner.
I'm going. I'm gonna sit him like. I'm gonna sit him up so he's not laying on the ground, and
course.
tilt his head back and like help him drink the potion.
Make him drink the potion. Winsler Wallaby, regain 8d4 plus 8 hit points for me, please and thank you.
Oh boy. here
Can
we
I
go.
pocket the other 4 of these just in case we
Ooh,
need
It's a
them in the
plus
future?
8?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's plus 8. Yeah, fair enough. You can grab the rest of them
Hell yeah.
and put them into your pack or robes or some such thing.
Question: is the plus 8 because Winsler is dead?
No, that's just everyone. 8d4
Oh, okay, but
plus
you said
8.
plus 4.
I apologize.
Wow,
8d4
29
plus
hit
8.
points.
Well, it's
Wow.
better than 0. Don't whine.
Ah,
Ah.
hi. Ew.
Spit
Oh.
come out
I'm
of your
sorry.
mouth.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. How
Um,
are you feeling?
Ugh.
Oh,
What
okay.
happened? Where are we?
Okay, so we're away from the cats. What happened? We're good news, we're away from the cats. We're in the giant catacombs.
Hmm.
But we
I mean,
found
this doesn't really look like catacombs. It looks more like,
I mean,
Looks like a weird laboratory
I mean,
or
this is-
ritual room, Winsler.
this is like the ground floor. We were in the basement before. But
okay. When I don't know. I remember falling into the water, and then I remember like floating down in the water, but I could see myself. I could see my. I was limp and stuff, and then it felt really weird. And the next thing I know, everything went black again. And
yeah,
this stuff tastes really good. What is it?
oh, it healed you. Like that's the best thing, right? I grabbed
It's so tasty, right?
there's like some jingling as she finishes
Yeah,
putting them in
shoves
her
the rest of them.
in her
Absolutely.
bag, and she goes, so obviously it's a good idea to keep this with us. Is the system filling them because you were saying that they
Yeah, it seems like a little automatic mechanism. As you took
Okay.
the ones that were filled, it grabbed a new empty flask and began to drip, 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 drip. It
Okay.
looks like it would take absolute ages to fill one of these up,
yeah,
but it is slowly filling one up. And by absolute ages, I mean like over a day
yeah,
Damn.
to fill it up.
we're
So-
not worried about that part. Okay,
perfect.
so you're awake. That's awesome. But yeah, we're kind of currently stuck in the catacombs, and we're looking, I guess, for keys, or I guess one more key in this case, because you could pick the other 2, couldn't you, Integrity?
I mean, they're already picked down there. We have one key.
I could maybe help.
Really?
I mean, I do
Okay,
have
Wesley,
some experience copying integrity. I'm very good at
It's
copying.
true. He's a good
That's
con-
true.
Oh, I thought you were going to suggest that we were going to break the door down. I don't want to break anything once.
I mean,
Yeah, like it's into the door. Like that would have taken a while, and it's
based on our track
complicated.
record, I'm not opposed to doing that, but
Good to see you awake, Winsler. So I guess, like, is there anything, like, now that we've kind of resolved something, like, is there really anything else in this space, or would I guess, because in case they want to do something else, I think
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start making my way back.
Absolutely.
Out.
You can do so.
Yeah. Okay,
Calmly and quietly.
I'm gonna head back to the main area, and I guess, yeah, let's explore some catacombs with giant mummies, and yeah, great stuff.
sounds fun.
Woohoo!
Winsler, Integrity, was there anything else in this room you wanted to look at with closer inspection? Winsler, you see that there's a table with junk. You don't really know. It just looks like someone had a bunch of like stuff and covered it with a sheet so it didn't get dusty maybe. And then
There's the
you
box.
also see the box. And then through the wall, you see just hanging in a zero amount of space, a confusing perspective for you, Winsler, who does not know of the status of the illusory wall. There's like a little key hook that has like a black handkerchief on it if you wanted to look into that at all. But beyond those like three things, it doesn't seem like there's much else here.
I don't know about the box. The box seems dangerous. I don't really want to touch that. But the black handkerchief, maybe? I might want to take a look at that.
You walk over to the black handkerchief. Winsler, you walk out through this illusory wall. You feel mist roll over your eyes and then find yourself in a very well-sized room. It's just great. It's a bit short for you. You might have to like take your hat off because you're pretty tall for a gnome because it's only like 3 feet at the
Very weird to be in a room that makes me feel tall.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine how the giants feel. And you walk up to this key hook and grab this black handkerchief. It is silky and soft like no clothing you've ever owned.
I wonder if does it have any like writing on it, like initials or anything?
So you can like unfurl it and look around, and the more you do, the bigger it seems to become, Winsler, until it just looks like a big floppy piece of silk that you've unspooled onto the ground.
Oops.
And as you completely unfold it, you see that it almost creates a optical illusion. Who's to say? It looks like you can see into the actual silk itself, Winsler, as you have unfolded it.
Huh. Okay.
Almost as if you made a little hole in the floor where this silk was.
That is interesting.
Oh my gosh. Sorry.
So I will cast Detect Magic on this. I did. Thank
okay.
God I had that prepared when we did the short
Thank
rest.
goodness. Yeah.
So I will cast that.
Yeah, absolutely. So that tells you what magical item this is in that case.
Well, that's Identify. I think Detect Magic just tells me if it's magic and what school of magic it is.
Oh,
basically.
yeah, it's magic. Oh, good gracious. I do not know what type of magic would this be.
If it's anything that is like portal related, it would probably be conjuration.
That's what I'm thinking. It's either conjuration or illusion.
Maybe it's both.
Interesting.
Maybe it's both. A bit of a mix.
Conjurlusion. Illugeration.
Let me look up based on a single spell, which I believe to be quite similar to what this magical item does. I'm going to just rule that it is a transmutation.
Ooh.
Transmutation magic.
Okay.
Interesting.
Apologies for the confusion prior.
Okay. I think I'm just going to fold this back up and keep it with me.
Absolutely.
There's no telling how useful a random hole might be, but
No telling. No telling how a hole that you can just put in your pocket can be.
Yeah.
There's a word for that.
All your stuff will fall into it, though.
Winsler, you fold it up, and as you do so, that optical illusion seems to disappear, and it turns back into a regular piece of silk. It seems that it has to be perfectly unfolded or completely unfolded in order to
all right.
Work.
I will
You
take
can put
that
in
with
your
me
pocket.
and follow Serenep.
Perfect. You follow Serenep. By the way, you didn't find any initials on it, as a side note. And you can follow after Serenep. Integrity Idleberry. Is there anything that piques your interest in here before you leave? Covered table, shadowy box.
I think with Integrity's, what's the word for it? Curiousness. I don't know if it's like a dead body in there in the blanket or if it's actual things. I want to check it out. Just like take a sneak peek. Kind of like I'm a guest in a house, but I'm gonna frigging intrude your privacy.
You're gonna pee. They're like, don't go
it's
upstairs.
Like when you look at
and you
people's
go
medicine
upstairs.
cabinet.
You do that?
Wait, what?
No, I don't.
What?
I don't.
Okay.
No, but,
Integrity
like,
does though.
Integrity does. Yeah.
Integrity's not allowed back to
Integrity.
any of her friends' houses.
You walk slowly across this room towards this large table, which is covered. As you walk, the shadow kind of moves underfoot, but it doesn't seem to like approach you, if that makes any sense. It feels, as you look down, almost like it's moving out of the way so it will not be stepped upon by you. Almost like it has a mind of its own, if that makes any sense. But it doesn't matter to you because you're not investigating that. It's a bit spooky. Who cares? You walk over to this table, though, and it seems to be, you can smell like grease and just like the smells that you've smelt around Troil generally of like machines, right? And stuff being worked on, machinations. Even the little alchemy station, it had a bit of a machinery going on. It smelled a little bit of grease and oil and metal. It smells like that here as well. And it seems there's a big covered heap of stuff, maybe books, maybe metal underneath. And you can reach and start to pull back this white sheet. And you see brass assembled in a noticeable pattern. Pieces of brass assembled almost to mimic a skeleton of sorts. You see arms and legs taken apart, 2 rib cages that seem to be disassembled entirely. Integrity Adderberry, as you pull the cover off completely, it seems that there is a fully disassembled clockwork golem on this table.
Ooh. Could this
But
be the lab of that giant artificer? I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Oh, Cade?
Cade, yeah. I wonder if this is Cade's laboratory.
It's not familiar to me though, right? Like this is just like some random clockwork golem.
What about it would... I almost asked the question out loud. What about this would be familiar to you, Integrity Adderberry? There's one thing that you might not have picked up on, but I'll give you with some sort of keen mind and the fact that you were there all year. Folded nicely on the back half of the table, like almost under some books or under some junk, you see there's a little cloak that almost looks like a bunch of stars, and it fades from like a blue to a black. The exact capes or cloaks that both of the clockwork golems on Wildcliff's campus wore, Ari and Toll.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to like immediately... Okay. If I...
Sarah.
Oh, I have a question. Is
Yeah,
the head... I'm not here. I'm just asking for the knowledge of it.
Yes.
Is the head here?
You do not see a tear of an angel. You don't see this either a spherical or a oblong kind of head here at all.
So this could very well be Toll then.
It could be...
Or what is left
either,
of them.
It could be Toll. It does not seem to be damaged by any means. It seems to be taken apart, disassembled in a manner that would like keep the integrity of the actual pieces so that they could be studied. Like they're trying to... it looks like someone's trying to...
This is an autopsy.
Reverse engineer. It looks like... Integrity, Idleberry, you look down. There's an open notebook that seems to have been covered. The title, or it's not open. There's a notebook here. It has Dissection Notes, Volume 6. There's 5 others that are like on the back half of the table.
This isn't your average biology class frog.
Oh, God.
The star cloth, is it like very thick that I can't rip like a part of it?
Oh, you could easily rip it.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly rip like a part of it, and I'm gonna like get out of here.
Perfect. You run through this illusory wall, out of this door. Do you want to close the door, or are you just running to catch up with your friends?
I'm going to, even though we stole a bunch of stuff, I'm gonna try and make it look like no one was in here by closing the door.
Absolutely.
Wiping
You
away
close the door.
Wiping away the footprints.
So I presume you also wanted to recover the golem dissection as well before leaving? Like pull the sheet back over?
Oh, yes.
Okay, you pull the sheet back over, you rip this cloth, pull the sheet back over worriedly, and then run out, closing the door behind you and running to meet up with your friends, who are standing in front of a big gate. Winsler, it's a big gate. There's 4 keyholes. On the other side is an open doorway. Integrity runs up hurriedly behind you all.
Yeah. Jeez.
She scares
I'm
the
just
fuck
gonna
out
run
of you.
up
Yes.
and hold up like the piece of cloth that I ripped.
Winsler, it is that beautiful Golem cloak. It might be something on your mind as, I don't know if that's something you ever thought about. It's not mentioned in your Golem textbook or your Golem notes anywhere. But again, Sereneth and Winsler, this is something that you saw all the time, except for the last, quarter of the year, I guess, that you were there. But it is a notable pattern.
That looks really familiar. Where'd you get that?
In the room back there, like where the sheets are, there's like a bunch of disassembled. They're disassembled. They're here.
But they're...
What's disassembled?
Like the clockwork golems.
Wait, you mean like Toll and like Ari?
Yes. I mean, I didn't see like their like the tier of like their heads, but their bodies are here.
I mean,
their cloaks
I
are
guess
here.
like
How is that
kinda-
possible? I remember Toll was absolutely crushed by Stowe. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what happened to Ari. I mean, we met up with them again, but we haven't seen them since the whole, I don't know.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense if they like maybe that's Ari. Like you said, you didn't see a head, so we can't really identify. Besides, the cloth, and I just kind of gestured to the piece in her hand. But
Scrap.
I guess if they were to go anywhere outside of campus, I guess it kind of makes sense that they would be brought here. I mean, Crow does run the school now, so maybe that's why they wanted to talk to you about, how you got Yogg to work.
I don't know.
Maybe they're
it's
trying to-
possible, but I don't know why they would need to bring either of them all the way out here in the first place. It feels like they would be kind of bound to Wildcliff, and they would need to stay there.
What if the head's still at Wildcliff? What if like the tier and everything is still at Wildcliff, and then the body was just brought here to fix?
I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities.
A lot of possibilities.
Okay. My brain hurts.
I think for
Do you
now
want
we might
to-
need to see if we can get past this door.
Yes.
Right.
Do you want to, Integrity, put in that little square key, resume your lockpicking stuff, and then get Winsler's assistance in some manner?
Yes.
Okay. Then I guess the question comes to you, Winsler Wallaby. How would you like to assist in opening this door?
Sereneth is holding that big key, right?
Integrity was holding the big
Or
key.
Integrity.
I handed back to her,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will.
Would you like to take a peek at it?
I'll take a
And-
look at the key.
Okay. Yes, you can do so. Examining every single millimeter of it.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I
Mhm.
want to start working with the blank book to
Okay.
see if
Working into it.
maybe it's hiding something or
Okay.
yeah.
Hello, Sereneth. My name is Rom Tittle.
I wasn't
Rom
gonna make a reference to it, but
Wonderful. Winsler, you're
All right.
I assume going to use conjuration to create a small key, right?
I am going to use my conjuration magic to
Ah.
create a carbon copy of this key
A carbon copy.
Ooh,
Perfect.
that glows for some reason.
You do so. it
sparkle and
glows.
pizzazz.
Integrity, you go to unlock your 2 keys, and Winsler holding one conjured key and one fully realized key. You can insert those at the same time, and all 4 of these locks can be opened
Ka-chunk.
simultaneously, making a very satisfying 4-way ka-chonk. You hear springs and gears and gizmos whir behind the bars of this gate as it opens quietly. Sereneth Cinderman,
Mhm.
as they do this, how did you want to, as we say in the biz, fuck around with this book?
I was thinking maybe using so I have minor illusion.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering if because I have learned over time with the school like how to change the elements of my magic, if I can use that same sort of thinking of reverse engineering to, I guess, use minor illusion to let me see if it is an illusion, if it actually has writing in it.
As you aren't an illusion specialist,
Yeah.
that would be outside of the realms of field application.
Dang it.
Although, due to your skill in the arcane, that is something that you could totally do given a night or 12 hours or something that you could just sit down and work on. But here as like a minute thing, no, I don't believe so.
Got it.
But you are fully capable of such things, and it's a clever solution. Maybe hold on to the book and see what secrets lie.
That is
another
the
time.
plan now. Yes.
Okay, perfect. And so with that, the three of you can proceed forwards through this gate and look into this open doorway. There is a wooden room, what looks like, as you examine it quickly, some sort of lift strung up by chains in the ceiling and a winch system that seems to, it's fully purposed to bring you below, down into the catacombs.
There's no like opening at the top to show it would ever move upwards, or is it just down?
It is, you are at the top of this lift
Okay.
shaft,
So
elevator
we go
shaft.
down.
Okay. Yay?
Sometimes you gotta go down to go up, you know?
I mean, at least it's not stairs.
At least it's not stairs.
I
At
mean,
least
if we're
it's not another
walking
door.
down the stairs, it's not that bad.
Well, you know, sometimes you just want to take,
But-
a lift.
So do the three of you want to clamber in?
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. There's a winch, like you know the little handle to roll down the windows, roll up the
yes.
windows.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, but
Oh
bigger.
my god.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna grab that and start.
Okay, absolutely. And you can start winching your way down loudly and slowly. Elsewhere in the catacombs, waiting patiently, Mira Marchand.
Hi, I'm Mira Marchand.
Winsler's spectral little body just disappeared from this pool of water you're standing in. Your arm, left arm, still feels spectacular. You're in this large room. There are 4 pillars, and then this still pond or still pool that you have now trod into in the center. Grate is kind of half kneeling, half crouching nearby and looking at you amazed, a bit confused. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna roll up my sleeve more to sort of very clearly show my tattoo to Great. Not the crow part, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Please tell me everything you know about this symbol. I have a feeling this is significant to you.
Emir Marchand, the symbol seems to be not pitch black right now, as it normally is. It seems to be some sort of iridescent red to blue color. And it's of particular note because now the dark ink of the Kurogami tattoo, it sticks out like a sore thumb in the areas where it was being almost like drawn on top of your Shiora spiral.
Just to clarify, I'm referring to the spiral, not the crow.
I've never seen that in my life.
Are you sure? Because, like, being in this water and now all of this stuff about your goddess and this spiral, it feels like this is significant because it's not supposed to glow like this.
In my entire life, we don't use symbols like that to refer to the creator. We use, and he'll gesture like the ceiling where there's like that brilliant, or like the tiles in this room are like this brilliant iridescent moon-like color, Mira. But he gestures to the ceiling of this room where there is like a mural of moons, the different cycles of the moon painted. And he'll say, we, in my entire life, have used the moon, a full moon, to illustrate her. Never something
Nothing
like
else?
that. Never something like
Not
that.
spirals, not snakes, not...
No.
Okay.
I don't know what other giants did, but this is what we do.
Okay. Thank you, Great. Have you ever seen anything like that with Winsler and with the... Because I don't know what just happened.
I've never been down here. This is my first time.
Oh, great.
I've never
I
seen
know.
any supernatural things like that above or in Trial, though. No. Nor have I heard anyone speak of them.
Okay, it's just with that, and now my arm isn't hurting, and there's all these creepy crypt sounds going on, and it sounds like there's shouting happening upstairs, and it's just like, I don't know what's happening.
How did you do that, though? Are you connected to the creator in truth, though?
I don't know, because maybe the creator might be okay. I just cast a spell, like a regular spell that I would normally cast. I was just trying it. I didn't think it would do anything. Is there anyone who might know more about this stuff? Because or anywhere here? I know you've never been down here before, but has anyone told you about anything else in the catacombs that might have knowledge or information? Because I know as much as you do. Great.
That's why we were sent down here.
Yeah.
Was for information about me, and you were asked to come along to interpret it. So I almost think that there might be something further, or something in the murals that we're not seeing, or something in this pool, or even just you doing such a thing and saving someone, casting a simple spell that might be an omen of something else.
Yeah, maybe. That's possible. Well, okay, should we keep going down? I'm worried about my friends. If Winsler was dying like that, clearly something happened to them, and I mean, I can message them, but maybe I'll message them, and then we'll see what's happening. And I will type on my sending slate.
Perfect.
I understand the timing because they would have spent more
Let's
time, but
say
let's
that-
not worry about
Let's say
it.
that scene was riddled with dramatic pauses, Mira.
Absolutely.
And it just took up the better part of 15 minutes.
Paralyzed with fear.
It's true.
And so Great will kind of stand and go to like examine a doorway. There's a singular door. I hope that's what I said last time we recorded, but nonetheless, forwards is the only direction to proceed, and he will go and look through the doorway that way. While you pull out, are you going to still stand in this stilling pool while you send this message, Mira?
No, I'm gonna climb out of it, but I'm going to scoop up a little bit of that water from where I'm sitting and just kind of put it on my arm because I'm really enjoying it not hurting this much.
Is spectacular. What message would you like to send as you pull out your sending stone?
I think hang on, I have to because there's a words limit. I think I helped Winsler out? ? What's going on? Are you guys okay?
You all receive this message in the elevator as Seraph is just cranking this little winch, and you hear like the rattling of chains above and gears and gizmos. You all also hear over the top of all that in your pockets, and receive this message from Mira. I think I helped Winsler. What's happening?
Winsler is alive. Send.
That's it?
Wait, no, tell her.
Clockwork golems are dead. Send.
Wait, no.
What is this ominous
Winsler
message?
responds.
Okay, Integrity,
with
let her
a
know that
scully
we're...
emoji and says, "Already."
I'm going... Integrity...
We're in the catacombs.
Thank you.
Saw dead giants. Send.
Okay,
I'm just staring at my slate like jaw slack, eyes wide.
let her know we're going deeper into the catacombs. Like, there's no way out. We're going deeper.
All right.
We're going deeper inside a wooden platform now. Send.
Okay, and a whole bunch of question marks. I'm going deeper too, so I hope I run into you guys. Bunch of question marks. I think their goddess might have something to do with Shiora. Bunch more question marks. We'll tell you more. And then I'm like, I send it, and then I'm like, wait, I don't know if I should say that on these slates.
I'm gonna post.
Wait, I don't know if I should have said that either.
I'm gonna reply with a snake emoji, exclamation mark.
Okay, I hear you guys
I just
continuously
realized
texting back
these
there. What's going
communications
on?
might not be private. I'll see you guys later. Love you all.
Did you-
Bye.
You get a reply
you?
from Kurt that goes, "What's Shiora?" Question mark.
Did you hear me yell?
Okay,
Sorry, Kurt. Shiora is a made-up world we made up in our games that we play with each other.
Sarah, no, stop.
Is there a
Integrity?
fucking like game club?
guys, all I
No,
hear...
I'm lying.
Fucking looks at this message and cackles. Like, oh my gosh, Mira's an idiot.
Okay, guys, all I've been hearing is the vibrating sounds, and you just started laughing loudly. No one's telling me what's going on besides that.
I'm gonna take my slate and I'm gonna like put it up in front of Sarah Neff so she can like read what's going on.
Oh my god, are you serious? Okay. Okay, I think we have to explain things to Kurt when we get back to the surface in this case. I don't...
Hi, Kurt.
Hi, Kurt.
What Kurt doesn't know won't kill him. What Kurt knows will probably kill him.
That's why we have to think of a convincing
Statistically,
lie.
what characters tend to know will kill them.
Hear me out. While we're down here, trying to get out, let's also think of a convincing lie to tell Kurt that sounds believable.
What do you mean?
When we
Mira's
get
a
out.
total convincing lie. Mirror
yeah.
roll deception.
Okay. 16 plus 9. That's a 25.
It's in our made-up tabletop game called Trials and Trebuchets.
It's our made-up game called Humans and Hard Work.
Those both exist, though. Mira successfully lies to Kurt. Perfect. He seems to buy
Kurt.
it. He seems to buy it.
I mean, we can't
Awesome.
really tell tone from text messages, so
He
It's
sends
true.
a message that goes, "Oh, that's sick. Can I play sometimes?"
Sure. When we're back at school, smiley
we're in
face.
the middle of the
Bye.
campaign, so we'll let you know when we start a new thing.
God damn. So, with both parties being updated, Mira, you're kind of like, how
I just want to say a small thing, because if I made up a fake TTRPG, clearly someone has to actually play them for real in this world. I want to say that, like, my dad is probably really into them. I've never actually played one as Mira, but my dad, like, really likes them.
Okay, I'll take note of that.
I just wanted to say that.
There's like a part of the library that's all like tabletop games that you can like take out and play.
Oh yeah, I've never played them. I'm more about just the reading of it, but you know.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. I will add that to the character catalog of Iverin Marchand.
He likes to LARP.
All you lore fanatics in the audience, now you know Iverin likes TTRPGs. So, these updates having been sent, Mira Marchand, you having successfully lied about Shiora and crawled out of this stilling pool, you look to see Great, and he seems to be investigating the next hallway to walk through, and then you might, perchance, do you just want to go follow that, or do you want to look around at anything else in this room?
I will look around.
Okay, give me investigation.
Check out the murals.
All right. Well, I rolled a 1
Oh,
plus
shit.
4,
Mm.
so that's a 5 on my investigation.
Oof.
It seems to have all the phases of the moon up there on the mural. Or not all of the phases. It seems to only have 6 of the phases. Full
many
crescent
phases of the
quarter,
moon are there?
and then new crescent quarter. It's missing any detail other than that. But that's what you can ascertain with that level of investigation.
Okay.
Yeah. So would you like to go run and catch up with Great?
I would.
Okay. Great. Looks back at you as you run and will say to you, "It looks like more of just the same, but," and he'll point down this long hallway, Mira. It goes completely straight with those shelves of bodies on either side. And he points at the very end of it, probably 80, 90 feet away, and he'll say, "Down there, it looks like there's more light coming. So there might be another room like this.
Okay, that's good. That's something.
If we want to
Okay,
get out
how
of here
are
quickly
you-
and you're worried about your
Yeah.
friends, let's hurry there. If there's nothing there, let's just turn back."
Okay, good. Are you feeling all right? Great.
He looks down at you and blinks a couple of times, and he will say, There's a feeling in my stomach that something's wrong, but physically I feel fine."
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, let's go.
And the two of you go, quickly, hastily, making your way up down this hall. As you grow closer, Mira, you see that it is this almost brilliant white light is pouring out of that room ahead. And as you reach the precipice, reach the threshold, you can see in that it is another one of these. It's very similar to the last room you were in, where it's just this grand room with a pool in the center. There is 6 pillars in this room, and it's brilliantly lit, like almost as if it's in direct sunlight or direct moonlight on a clear day, like just this white radiant light from almost every single direction within.
And the pillars. Do they have anything on them, or are they just there for structural support?
Do you want to step in and investigate?
Yes, please.
Okay. You step in and almost feel as though you've stepped through a spider web, right? Like that feeling of like something giving way on your face. You know what I mean, as you enter in. And it might kind of like you flick your head back and forth a couple of times and there's nothing on there, but it feels like you just walked through a web, a barrier, some sort of thing, right? And you're now in this room. You can walk up to these pillars. They are arranged, if I say like a diamond, does that make sense to you?
Like 1, 2, 3,
Like two
4.
little triangles on either side.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Audience, I hope that makes sense to you. And other
If you
players.
would like to see maps, go to instagram.com/trials.
If you cut a diamond in half.
So, that being said, what pillar do you want to go up and investigate?
I guess just the nearest one initially.
Okay. You go to the nearest pillar. It's the bottom right one, let's say. And on it is very faint, sculpted in kind of like fine details, is just different. Make a nature check for me, actually.
Yeah. Nature check. Okay, well that's a 9 + 2, that's an 11.
I think that's satisfactory because at least a
Okay.
couple of these are noticeable. I think if you had rolled a bit lower, it would have just seemed like abstract patterns, but rolling high enough, it seems like very well carved and true to reality, well carved different formations of clouds on this pillar.
And are there clouds on all of the pillars, or is it like a different
It seems
kind of
that different-
cosmological?
It seems that different carvings are present on different pillars, and some of them seem to be damaged and do not have any visible evidence of what was carved upon them. Almost like they were worn away by time or like water or something, or like water got in and froze and cracked the pillar in a certain way. But what you can determine if you wanted to take the time and look around these pillars, Mira, is that going clockwise from where you are is what looks like clouds, and the next one what looks like different types of snowflakes. The next one is damaged. The next one is damaged. The next one looks like fires and flames, and the next one is damaged.
Interesting. And there's also a pool of water, you said?
There is a pool of water. This one is dark and murky, completely unlike the last one.
I'm going to look at Great. I'm going to say, is it okay if I kind of touch the water? I want to see if it does the same thing the other one did. Is that okay?
I
or
don't
is that...
think you need to be asking my permission in these
Okay.
circumstances. And also,
I just... Okay.
Mira, as you fumble and are anxiously approach this pool of water, I do want to clarify one thing, and I don't think I mentioned. There is another continuing hallway here, just like the last one, right? Except there's a door blocking the path there. And carved upon the door is a full moon. So, with that being said,
Good to know.
with all the elements described, you would like to approach this murky pool in the center of the room.
Yes, I would.
Wonderful. Do you look into it, and it's so murky that you can see your reflections just so clearly. It's like when you see like when you're looking through a window and it's too sunny and the glare just hits you, and you can't see through it. You can only see it's like a mirror. That's what this looks like. It's so dark and so much sediment or something in it that you cannot see through. You can only see a reflection of yourself.
And what if I reach down to touch it with my left arm? If
you reach down to touch it with your left arm, still slightly wet from the last room, still your tattoo of Shiora, it has this blue to red iridescence to it. As you touch it, as a single one of your fingers touches the surface of the water, Mira, it all goes perfectly translucent. It clears up.
I've purified
quickly,
it.
as if you've purified it. And simultaneously, all the light from this room disappears all at once in an instant. And you feel the cold seep in quite quickly, and you hear scratching, scraping sounds from the hallway behind you.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, in the elevator, the three of you, still maybe giggling a little bit about the exchange you had with Mira, reach the bottom after 10 minutes.
Oh my god, my arm!
Serenep, your arm is so
Sorry
sore.
for making you do that the entire time. I mean, we could have, alternated, but I guess it gives your arms a good workout.
Honestly, yeah, the thought of us alternating didn't really cross my mind, so I'm good with this.
The three of you, before stepping out, see a large room. There are 6 pillars. There's a empty pool, a stilling pool in the center of the room. You've never seen a room like this. The bricks are all drab and old, like water got on them, and some of them have a bit of like frost on them still, even now. The pillars, most of them seem broken, or a couple of them seem broken, and the door at the far end of this room seems to be cracked in half almost. It has what looks like a half moon on it.
Okay.
Notably, as you enter into this room, if you wanted, I won't speak for you. Do you want to enter into this spooky room? Or
Of
would
course.
You like to just return
Yes.
up top?
I kind of want to do a perception check or something like that, like to like what
Right.
like is there anything else in the
Absolutely.
room?
Would you like to do a perception check to see what your senses are picking up immediately, or would you like to spend like a minute to 2 minutes investigating the room?
I would like to investigate the room.
Okay, investigation. Winsler and Integrity, if you would also like to investigate, this
I
is
would
your
also
moment
love
to
to
do so.
investigate.
I would also investigate
Okay,
with caution.
okay.
I'm not cautious.
Like my spidey senses are on, in case.
Spidey senses.
So that is a 12.
A 12.
I got a 16.
Mm.
I got 23.
Damn.
23, a 16, and a 12.
19 plus.
Serenep and Winsler, you walk up to this empty pool of water. Or Serenep, you can walk up to this empty pool of water and take a peek in. It seems as if all the water evaporated from it. It is not incredibly deep. If you got in it, it would probably be just up to your knees or where the water likely would be. But it is empty nonetheless. It has beautiful tile work that is just, time has not been kind to it, that it lines it. The tiles depict moons and birds and different astrological like constellations.
Okay.
Winslow Wallaby, you can go and take a peek at this door. Or actually, Integrity out of there can peek at the door because I think there's more to it than with a 16. Winslow Wallaby, with your 16, you can peek around at these pillars, noticing there are patterns engraved on some of them. 3 of them are so far gone and destroyed that you cannot notice any discernible pattern on them. But going clockwise, you notice that there is full moons,
Ooh.
crescent moons, and a new moon. Or to be more specific, it is broken, full moon, crescent moon, broken, new moon. And Winsler, as you look at these pillars, Integrity Idleberry, you approach the door. On it is a half moon. There's large cracks going through it. And how would you like to investigate it? Specifically, tell me. What faculties would you like to use? Touching? Just listening? Looking?
I would sort of like want to like look very closely and maybe like touching it to feel the etchings if there's anything. Clearly, there are walls that are invisible or like illusionary here. So I would want to use like multiple senses to investigate and not just my eyes.
Wonderful. As you touch this wall, you do feel a coldness run through your palm and almost a shiver go down your spine. You kind of trace this large crack and push on it in attempt to see if it is also illusory. And what you notice very quickly is that wherever you touch this stone, your handprints remain illuminated almost by moonlight. And then if you were to look down at your palms, they're both glowing a yellowish white color wherever. So if you were to touch both this wall with both your palms and then look at it afterwards, they're glowing as if paint rubbed off on you.
Ooh. Is it only me? Oh, okay. This is so cool.
What's up?
So I touched this door and now my hands are glowing.
Your hand?
Touch it.
Oh, okay. I put my hand on the door.
You put your hand on the door and your hands, wherever your handprint was, much larger than Integrity's little tiny hands, your hand print remains and your hand glows like moonlight. Winsler, would you like to run over and try it as well?
Sure.
Winsler Wallaby?
Yeah, we want to keep
The
poking
tried
this.
and true.
You walk over and slap that door. It echoes loudly in the entire room. You look at your palm.
Ow.
It glows like moonlight. And you look at the door where a little gnomish hand was.
Can I'm just going with what my instinct initially says.
Yeah.
Can I start, if I touch where the actual carving is, does it start to glow? Could I start drawing it and coloring it in kind of thing?
Like filling in the half moon?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm going to start doing
begin
that.
to do so, and it happens. You can just drag your hands and your fingers, and it begins to fill in this half moon with moonlight. Would the other two like to help?
Sure.
Sereneth can get the top, Integrity you can get the center, Winsler you can get the bottom.
Yeah.
Does
As
it-
you fill in the half moon. Does it what?
After a certain amount of time, do our handprints start to disappear? After a certain amount of time, the glow stops kind of thing?
It doesn't appear so.
Okay.
As you continually fill in the half moon with this arcane light. When you finally finish doing so and step back to admire your handiwork for a second, you hear a loud cracking sound
Ah.
as the door cracks once again, diagonally instead of horizontally this time.
Oh, I broke it.
And you hear from far behind you, where the elevator door was, a scratching, scraping sound.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, I've done this. Oh no.
Would you all like to turn around?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. You are
What does
still
he do?
in the same.
What is he doing?
Boo.
The three of you,
Boo.
Winsler, Integrity, and not Mira. You're not here. The three of you, Sereneth, Winsler, and Integrity, are in the same room that you were in. The one that has moon patterns carved on pillars and no water in its pool. The elevator door is still there. Or not the elevator door, but the elevator itself is still there at the far end of this room. But kneeling next to the pool, the empty pool, and kind of standing near some of the pillars, you see moonlit, almost spectral versions of Mira Marchand and Great the Giant.
Ghosts.
They do look very ghost-like. Is that something? And this crack, Mira, might draw your attention for just a second away from the scratching, scraping sounds coming from the hall, and you can look over at the door in your room, the one that has the full moon on it, and see three spectral moonlight figures of your friends standing right there. And half of the door, half of the moon on the door specifically, is now glowing. The right half, where your friends filled it all in.
We come in peace.
Wow,
Is
wow,
Mira
wow.
dead?
Can I hear them?
Mira, you hear every single
What?
word
No.
that they
Why
say.
would I be dead? Are you dead? Are you guys okay? And I'm going to go up to.
No, we're alive.
You heard me?
I want to go up to them and I want to try to pull them into a hug and see if I can physically interact with these ghosts.
The moment you try to pull them into a hug, your arms go straight through them. You all see Mira's moonlight arms just flash into mist as she tries to pull you into a hug. Mira, you see their moonlight figures flash into mist as your arms pass through them. It doesn't hurt you to go through them, but you can do so if you want to. They seem to be
Whoa.
incorporeal.
Whoa!
That's
And I'm gonna
cool.
stick my arm right through Integrity's tummy
Okay.
because I've always wanted to do that. If I had
Which
a
arm
ghost
do you want
arm,
to do that with? Which arm do you want to do that with?
my right arm.
Okay, you stick. Mira
Integrity
sticks her
looks
right
down.
arm. Yeah.
Wow, this is weird to watch.
What was that about?
I don't know. I just wanted to see what would happen. Are you guys okay? I saw your messages. Wait, so there's dead giants? What's happening?
Great
Well, I
turns his
mean-
head quickly and looks over and goes, "What?"
But the name catacombs where we
They
were,
were probably
there
here
were,
for a while already.
yeah, they were
the
wrapped.
giant, like the people who are supposed to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you said
Yeah,
dead
yeah, no.
giants, that made it sound like it wasn't like a regular catacomb situation. So wait, what's going on?
Okay, so we were looking at the place, where Kurt had been,
Mhm.
and then when we got attacked, we tried to go through a vent, and then we fell through. We fell into this body of water.
And that's
then-
what made you into ghosts?
Well, no. But I think I think in one of the messages you said like you did something for Winslow, like healed him. I think that was where like because like there was like a glowing hand on his face for a second, and then he was stabilized.
Oh, yeah, that was me. I
Okay.
saw like a ghost Winsler, and so I tried to cast that spell where it like stabilizes people, and he actually got stabilized. Also this, and I point to my tattoo.
It's
Oh.
iridescent, a blue,
Ooh.
red color. It's beautiful.
Cool. No, yeah. So we found this like elevator
Mhm.
thing, and so we came down here because there's no way up, and then we found this room, and then our hands were glowing when we touched the door. So I started coloring it in, then we all started coloring it in, and then you appeared.
Huh.
So are you in the same? Is this like crazy alternate dimension stuff, or are you in the room also where there is an elevator behind you, or?
I guess there's
Do you
a
want-
door.
Do you want to check if there's an elevator, Mira?
Yeah.
You turn around to check if there's an elevator, looking at that hall, and see two inky dark hands with big old claws grasp either side of that doorway
Oh.
and begin to pull its full body into this room.
Oh shit.
Oh shit! What are
Mira
you like?
Marchand see a massive inky squirrel
Oh no.
walk into this room. It stands hunched over, but is still 25 feet tall.
Oh my god, it's so big.
It has 9 curled tails. It looks thin and like almost like a little flag dancing in the wind. Its body seems to undulate and move. Small specks of what looks like white bone seem to float in the ink itself, Mira. And in this room, they seem to glow brightly as if lit by the moon itself. Winsler, Integrity, and Serenap, through the elevator, a spectral form of a giant inky squirrel appears. Yours is all white, but it is the same squirrel nonetheless.
I'm
Did that
scared.
also appear in your space?
Shh. I'm trying to hold very still. And I'm just trying to sort of like back toward my friends, like slowly inching away from it.
Are you trying to somehow hide from it?
I'm trying to get
This
out of
is
here
based on
without
movement.
provoking it.
It seems to be standing in front of the only exit currently, unless you can get this door behind you open, Mira Marchand.
That's my only hope.
Great crouches down behind one of these pillars, does not block him in the least, and he will look at you worriedly and say, "Is that another one of those things?"
I'm going to point at him and I'm going to cast a message and I'm going to say, let's talk like this. Yes, it is. I don't know what this thing does. I don't want to provoke it. But if we can get this door open, maybe we can get out of here.
I'm gonna like lean closer to her spectral form, and I'm gonna whisper, maybe try coloring in the other half of the moon. Maybe once it's a full moon, it'll open the doors.
Okay, let me try. And I'm going to do as Serenap Cinderman suggests.
You
With my
place
left
both of your hands.
hand.
You place your left hand against the left side of this crescent,
The
or
plot
this
hand.
moon. The plot hand. You do not see. You touch it. You rub it. There's no light which emanates from this door, as you do. As you stand here in the open, in front of this door, surrounded by your glowing friends, the squirrel seems to take notice of you and will rush towards the 4 of you at full speed. And next time we'll roll initiative and deal with that.
Oh no!
We're gonna die.
Oh, yay!
That's it for this week's episode. Ben, can you give us an outro, Ben?
Sure, I'll give an outro. Thank you all for listening to this episode of Trials and Trebuchets. We hope you enjoyed it a lot. I'm very terrified of this giant, terrible, inky, mutated squirrel thing creature
With
Yay.
9 tails.
with
9
langly
tails.
claws and everything.
It has massive claws.
If you did enjoy it, please leave a review and a rating on our Apple Podcast page. We love hearing back from you. We just love seeing all the nice things that you have to say, and we like to
I
see the
wanna-
big number go up.
I want to step in here about reviews. If you listen to this show, we do not advertise this show, and this show only gets larger through word of mouth. If you enjoy this show,
Share it
tell
with
someone
friends.
about it. or leave a review so that other people will listen to this show and we can continue to, have the show go on.
We also have social media pages on Twitter and Instagram at Trials and Trebs. You can check out some cool teasers for upcoming episodes, interesting art and stuff. A lot of cool extra goodies that'll keep you updated on what's going on in the Trials and Trebuchets world. We also have a Discord server. The link of that is in the description below. You can join the server and talk with a bunch of fans of the show who are like-minded and just enjoy having a grand old time. It's great.
It's spectacular.
It's a great old time. We also have a Patreon page for those who are feeling a little extra generous. You can become a patron to one of our many different tiers, which give you access to stuff like bloopers, DM notes. You could even have a chance to have a student show up on the show of your own creation.
Yes.
Very, very cool and interesting goodies you can get there. And last but not least, we also have merch.
Merchandise.
We have merchandise that you can get. All you have to go to is trebmerch.com. Just go to trebmerch.com.
Trebmerch.com.
www.trebmerch.com. Type it in there, and you'll be taken to our merch store where you can get a cool Nesca t-shirt and a lot of cool cute little stickers of things.
Wow.
Please.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Buy them.
Please buy.
And let us know if you need other things.
Yeah, if you have. I guess you can just take requests now. Yeah. Carla will hand make you merch that you request so long as you ask.
Oh my god.
But you can find that at trebmerch.com. Thank you everyone for listening to this mega long puzzle episode. Puzzle spectacular, riddle
Puzzlepalooza.
Puzzlepalooza. Until next week when the team gets killed by a big squirrel. Bye.
See ya.
I only have first and second level spell slots. Let's see what happens. Bye.